looking at the Debian 11.8 8th update, which is 0.8 update. So here is the boot menu. So let's quickly boot it in a live boot. So yesterday I made a video on Debian 12.2.20, which is a 0.2 update of Debian 12 Bullseye. So if you want to check that out, you can check that out in my previous videos in my channel. So it consists of like almost 100 plus bugs and with 100 plus bug fixes and 50 plus security update fixes. So if you want to check that out, you can check that out. So the ISO files are available in the Debian official website. No need to worry about the ISO files. So this is a Debian 11.8, which is 0.8 update. So let's quickly check it out, what's new in the 11.8 by going to their official website, and I'm going to show you the release notes there and downloading process, everything which will be covered in this video. So here is the welcome screen or the desktop layout. So I forgot to mention that this is a live boot. I downloaded the live CD. So let's first change the resolution. I'm going to show you how to download the live ISO files also. So before testing, before installing, you can test it with the live boot. So that would be helpful if you find any bugs or something like that. It will be helpful instead of directly installing in that. So let's first change the display resolution. So I'm running it on a VMware with 40 GB of hard disk, 4 GB of RAM, and my CPU is i5 12 Gen. So let's first change the display resolution. Mine is 1920 x 1080. Hope we find our resolution here, 1920 x 1080. I don't think there is available resolution. You can type in the command, you can change the resolution. I don't want to change it anything. I want to keep it like a default things. So let's go with the 1366 into 768 or 1360 into 760. Keep this configuration. Let's first open the system monitor and check how much of resources it consumes. It's not a major update, it's just a casual point update. So let's open the system monitor. So these are all the processes running at the beginning or at the startup. So these are the resources. It's almost like a 1.5 GB, and this is a Cinnamon desktop environment and also the live boot. So you need to keep that in mind. It's almost 1.6 GB. So let me keep that aside throughout the video so you can see what's going on almost every second. So let me open the internet browser, which is Firefox, and let's get to their official website and check the release notes, and even let's check the Debian 12.2 yesterday's some release notes also. I didn't show, I guess I didn't give the like a voiceover in that video, so I'm going to show you all the release notes of the 12.2 and 11.8 in this video. So let's close this. Let's first check the version of the Firefox. So it's 102 extended support release OESR. So I think the Debian 12.2 Bullseye was having like a 118, I guess. I don't properly remember. You can check the previous video in my channel. Let's type in the startpage.com. You can choose any search engine of your own. I'm choosing the start page. Let's type in Debian. You need to just type in the search term as Debian and it will be give the search results, and the official website is debian.org, or you can directly type in without search engine in the URL bar. So let's go to official website. I'm using a VPN, so I have VPN issues, so that's the reason it's pretty much slow. As you can see, there will be a project news here, 7th 2023, October 7th 2023. The 12.2 version and the 11.8 version is released. First, let's go with the 11.8 and let's go then after the 12.2. Here is the release notes. You can count the bug fixes here and assume how much of bugs have been here. I guess it's almost like a 100 plus bug fixes and almost like a 60 to 70 security updates, I guess. You can count it here. I'm not going to do it because it's going to take a lot of time here. So these are all the bug fixes and the security updates are here. You can check all the from the above what are all the changes here. So complete information is here. You can go through all this information if you have a lot of time. So in order to download, just go to the Getting Debian and you can just click on Try Debian Live before installing. This will provide the live boot. Here you can choose the BitTorrent or you can directly download from your browser. So that's the downloading process. So let's get back to the official website and check the release notes of the 12.2. So already showed in the yesterday's video, but I didn't give any voiceover and there is nothing to show. You can just check out the bug fixes here and the security updates at the bottom. So this is the complete information of what are all the things which are changed in the 12.2 version and the 11.8 version. So that's pretty much it. And in order to download, you just need to click on the Getting Debian, or you can directly go to the home page. You can click on download here, or you can just click on more. Here are all the information where to download or where to get Debian. You can choose whatever the ISO file you need. If you need a Debian cloud image, you can go with this one. If you want a live boot, you can go with this one. Installation and the complete installation image. The ISO image will be around like a 300-400 MB in this one, and the complete will be around like a 3 to 4 GB. You can choose the 64-bit or 32-bit DVD ISO files. I think you get what I'm trying to explain here. The ISO files are completely available in the Getting Debian or the download section. So that's pretty much it. Let's check out other things in the distro. This is a Cinnamon desktop environment. So let's open the terminal. So let's type in some of the commands like kernel version uname-a. It's a 5.10.0-26. You can even just type in uname-r. So inxi. So let's type in another command, which is inxi-b. The Cinnamon desktop environment is 4.8.6. The latest version should be like a 5.8, I guess. I don't properly remember. But the Cinnamon desktop environment right now it's running is 5.8 or 6 like this. So this is a Debian new Linux 11 Bullseye, and the Debian 12 codename is a bookworm. Maybe I should be I said like a Debian 12 Bullseye instead of a bookworm. I properly don't remember. Sorry if I said like that. So here is the information. I'm using a 40 GB of hard disk for my VMware. So process running right now are here, and I'm using a 4 GB of RAM for my VMware. So let's type in the another command, which is inxi-G and hit enter. Here is some of the information, which is display x11, server xorg 1.20.11. This is my resolution. LLVM version is here, Mesa version is here. So let's type in another command, which is cat:/etc:/issue. So let's type in another command, which is inxi-sv8. These are all the commands which will give the complete information of the distro. So you don't need to open everything and check all the information. This is pretty much it. All the complete information is available in front of you. You can just pause the video and read everything if you want, like audio drivers, graphics, everything is available here, like audio, network, Bluetooth, all the information is here. So let's type in hstop. Hstop is not found, no problem. Let's check the kernel version. Here is the kernel, the terminal version, sorry. So let's open the installer. I'm not going to install anything. I'm just going to show you the process. Pretty much almost everyone know how to install the Linux distro in every video. I showed in every video. So I'm just going to show you the process of installing. I'm not going to install. First you need to choose your language. There are plenty of languages. Click on next. About Calamarus installer, let me show that also. Here is the Calamarus installer version 3.2.36 for Debian 11 Bullseye. So the code name for the Debian 11 is a Bullseye and the Debian 12 is a Bookworm. So choose your location. You don't need to provide your actual location. You can provide anything you want. You can choose the drop down menu, or you can choose directly point out on the map. Here are some of the customization. You can customize some things here if you want. If everything is good, click on next. Choose your keyboard. Mine is Dell. I'm going to choose the Dell keyboard and choosing the language United States English. You can choose any language you want for the keyboard. And you need to choose your hard disk here. If you want the single boot, just click the erase disk and it's going to delete the current operating system, current files, everything in the hard disk, and it's going to install the 11.8. So if you have multiple hard disks, you can choose here. If you want a manual partitioning or a dual boot option, you can choose this option. After choosing everything, if you want to encrypt your system, you can provide the password, which should be same in both the boxes. And here is the bootloader location. You know already how to customize these things. If you want to keep it default, you can keep it. If you want to do that later, you can do that later. It's clearly up to you. Click on next. After choosing everything, you need to provide the username and password for the distro. I'm choosing the simple password for the sake of the video. You can provide the actual strong password. So if everything is going good, you should be seeing a tick mark around the boxes, beside the boxes. So if everything is satisfied, everything is okay, then click on next. So here is the summary of whatever you chose in the previous installation steps, and click on install. It's going to install in like a 5 to 10 minutes. Depends on your PC, depends on the stable ISO file or not. So that's the installation process. Here is the CPU and RAM, almost like a 15 to 20 minutes, I think. The CPU is almost 25% around, and the RAM is almost a 1.7 GB. So let's quickly open some of the apps and see how much of the resources will go up and end the video. On the accessories, let's open File Manager. So some apps like a Gnote. Under education, we don't need anything. Games, nope. Under the graphics, let's open the GIMP image viewer. Let's even open the Inkscape. Let's open the LibreOffice Draw. So let's open the Thunderbird also. I'm trying to open as much as the apps so that we can see whether the 11.8 version is stable or it crashes by opening some of the apps. So that's the reason I'm trying to open like 10 to 12 apps. In every video I'll make try to open like this and see whether the version is stable or not. So you can assume or you can judge it here. So if anything crashes, you can just stay away from the ISO file and wait for the other version. So if you didn't crash or anything like that, you can go with the ISO file. So it's always a good idea to wait for the stable release. So it's already 12.2 version is available. So it's almost 11.8 version will be stable. So let's open some more apps like a software manager and a Synaptic package manager also. So I think we are good. Let's open Rhythmbox also. So we pretty much opened everything. So let's check the system monitor here. And the CPU is here as you can see, and the RAM it's almost 2.5 GB. In the beginning it was like a 1.5 to 1.6 GB. Right now it's almost 2.5 GB of RAM. So we pretty much opened like a 8 to 9 apps, I guess. So here is the CPU. So here was some of like a high graph because we opened tons of apps at once. So that's the reason you will be seeing a high graph here. But as soon as everything is opened and there is a stable graph here, as you can see in the CPU. So let's close all the apps and end the video because we pretty much covered everything. So let's check the Rhythmbox version. So this is the version 3.4.4 which will be available in the Debian 11.2 version. So this is a software manager or a application manager. The version is here. So the installed apps are here as you can see. And updates, we don't have any updates. Let's close this thing. So here is the Synaptic package manager. Let's check the version before checking other things. 0.90.2. So the installed packages will be highlighted with the green boxes and version will be here. The latest version will be beside the installed version. So let me scroll it down. So if you want to see this in the slow-mo, you can just change the YouTube settings, playback speed, which will be default like a 1.0. Change that to 0.25 and you should be seeing everything in a slow-mo. So let's check the version of the LibreOffice. So the version is a 7.0.4.2. So let's close the LibreOffice also. So the Thunderbird version, let's check the version which is a 102.13.1. And we also have like a Supernova version. I guess the Debian 12.2 has the Supernova. I don't properly remember. If you want to check that out, you can check that out in the previous video. So let's close this thing. So the GIMP version which is available is a 2.10.22 for 11.8 Debian. So let's even close this thing. So Inkscape version should be 1.1. Here it is 1.0.2. So let's close this thing also. About image viewer which is a 3.38.2. Nemo 4.8.6. Nemo is only for the Cinnamon desktop environment. So for the XFCE Debian, you should be seeing a tuner file manager. So you already know all these things, so I don't need to remember all these things. So Gnote is a 3.38.0. So we covered everything, I guess. So that's the end of the video. If you want to see exactly the number of security patches or security bug fixes and security updates, I will be providing in the description with the numbers, or you can just read it or count it in the official website. That's not a big deal there. So at the end of the video, the RAM is almost back to the 1.7 GB and CPU is almost stable. So if you want to update, you can update to the 11.8 version. If you have stable operating system already, you don't need to change it. You can keep it like that. Only if you want to update it, you can update it. If not, it's clearly up to you. So let's end the video. I already posted another content today because I'll be posting 2 videos daily. So if you want to watch that content, you can watch that after watching this video. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. It helps make a good content for you. Other than that, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out.